Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to use the ARMA model and we will use the ACF and the PACF to figure out what should be the parameters of the ARMA model, and we'll try to do the predictions. So I've already added all the libraries. So basically I'm using the stats model and I'm importing the ACF, PACF and the ARMA basically. So let's start. So the first thing is obviously we'll be needing our data. I already have the Nifty data on a daily time frame. Let me just add the data first. We'll see how the data looks like and then we'll start. So I'm splitting the data also. The trained data, let's do it before let's say before 2021, and the test data is everything after that. Let's print out both the training data and the test data. Okay, let's see how the data looks like. Okay, underscore df. So this is how the data looks like. As I said, we have the OHLC mentioned, we have the OHLC written here, and similarly we have the OHLC mentioned here, and we have approximately divided the data sets. So I'll be using these two data sets now. So first thing is we have to find the ACF and the PACF. So returns is equal to, on the training data set, on the closing prices, what I'm trying to do is I'm doing the PCT change, the percentage change, and I'm dropping all the NA columns, and let me just plot the ACF returns now. And similarly what I'll do is I'll plot the PACF returns also. The ACF value that we will be using is the ACF of the returns, comma, let's do the lags as 20, FFT is equal to false. ARG sort ACF values. So I'm just trying to find, you can also do it without this sorting. We can do it manually also, but I'm just trying to show you how this is done, and then I'll tell you what the numbers show. So I'm just printing the MA order. We'll require the MA order and the AR order. So my MA order comes as Q, and similarly let me just copy this again, and I'll be finding the PACF values also. So my PACF values is the PACF of the returns now. And I don't have to do FFT here. Sorted indices is the PACF values, and let's call it P variable is sorted indices -2, and the AR order is P. So let me print it out and let's see what is the value that's coming. So it's coming as 5 and 5. So basically why 5? Because if you notice, the first four number, these data points are within this blue box. That means they are not too significant, so we will be using the fifth value from here, and is the same for PACF. For the partial autocorrelation also is the same thing. So I will be using this fifth value, and that is why this is showing as 5 5 in both of them. So now let's try to make the model. So our model is equal to ARIMA model, and I'm using the training data set on the closing prices, and I'm using the order as my 5 and 5. So my order becomes P comma 0 comma Q. This is 5 comma 0 comma 5. Let's fit the model. So I've fit the model now, and let's print the fitted dot summary. Let's also try to find the next day price. The next day price is fitted dot forecast. Let me show you the predicted price also. Is the next, so basically the fitted dot forecast gives you a lot of data points, but we only require the next day, so I'm just making it value 0 and let's print it out. So this is how you can predict the value also for the next day. Okay, let's run it and see if it's working fine. So it might take a little time because it's making the model. So it has been able to make the model. The next data price, okay, I've made the mistake here. Next day price, let me just run it again. So using this, as you can see, this is how it is able to predict that the next day price is about 13,965. This is the value of Nifty. But what we'll require now is to make some, let's say, let's calculate the value of the prices. So what will be my current day price, what is my next day price, and what is my PNL. So imagine that my model is predicting that the price is going to go up tomorrow, so I'll probably buy it. And if the model is predicting that the price can go down, I will be selling it, right? So that's the general idea. So how to do that? I'll be using date time. From date time, import date time as dt. Okay, so data is equal to this. I am just making my index, which is test underscore data dot index dot to list, and let me just insert zero pd dot timestamp. So we are starting from the 31st, right? So 2020 12 31 09 15. This is the format which is given as per the data that I've entered. The tz is p by tz dot fixed offset 330, right? So I think that should work. Let's do a try accept now. Okay, for I in range 1 comma len index. Okay, that should give me, so we'll have to keep creating our model. So my ARIMA model is train underscore data on the closing price. Order is again equal to p comma 0 comma q. Let me just copy it actually from here. I would not need this. The next day price and the predicted price. So we've got the results. Now all I need to check is if my current train data location and the current index, if it's the same as my test data. If both of them are true, then I will just check. Then I'll just check if my predicted price is above or below the training data set, right? So my, if it's, and one step before, so one day before, that means this is the today price. So this is the today price. So if this is less, and I'll have to just change the time frame, the format here into percentage y comma percentage m comma percentage d dot close. So basically what I'm checking is if the predicted price is less, then what I have to do is I will have to sell. Then I will be selling. So my direction becomes sell. and else my direction becomes by. So that is all I need here. And now let me just append, I'll just make a complete data frame. So data dot append, so I'll put the date here. So I've got my date, which is the current date, today's date, which is index I minus 1. Again, I'll just copy it from here. So this is my today's date. I'll need my current closing price. So my current closing price is, let's say, current close price. This is the training data. Again, index minus 1. I mean I minus 1. And again, I'll have to put it in the correct format. Dot close of 0. Let me make sure there is no mistake here. What I'll do is I'll keep adding. Yeah, it should be easier now to understand. So I've got my closing current close price also. Let me try to add the next day price. So let me just, I'm just going to copy it. The next day price is my the training data now, and it's index I, not I minus 1. So this becomes my next day price. My direction now, so direction is my direction only directly. So I've got the direction done. Then I would need the predicted value. Let's say prediction value is predicted underscore price. And I think that should give me, yeah, that should give me enough data points. So this is what I want to store here. And let's quickly add the except also. Except in case I want to interrupt it, so that if it hangs or something, print. Okay, I think that should be it. It might take a lot of time here to create the results because it will be making the model every time. So what I'm going to do is, once I run it, I'll actually what I'll actually do is, I've actually created this code earlier, or let me run it, and once it starts running, I'll once it stops, I will show you how the results look like. So I've actually made some changes. I've also added the penal. So I've just added, just copied it in the if and else, and I've added the penal also. So let's see how the results look like. So let me show you the results now. So import CSV, import OS. We've got the headers now. The date, I've also added the day, the current close price. We have the next day price. We have the predicted direction, and we have the value also. And finally, I've added the PNL. So let's see how all of these look like. So I'll just quickly check if path already has this file, NACI underscore stock underscore ACF underscore PSCF dot CSV. If yes, with open NACI underscore stock dot CSV, that was the original file that we had. Mode is append. So I'm just trying to save the file also, and then we'll see the results on the chart as well. It will give us good ideas how the results are coming in. Okay, show for row in data writer dot write row of row. I think, yeah, that should work. Else, so let me just copy it from here, and I'll be making a new file now, underscore ACF underscore PACF W, and think that should done. I'll have to add the header here, so writer dot write header. All right, so that should give me the results. So it will add the data in the CSV files, and let me actually show you the data also. So let me actually show you the data, how the data looks like. So this is how the data looks like. As you can see, we have got the date. This is today's date. This is today's day. This is the current closing price. This is the next day price. And as you can see, the predicted value was a sell. So since it was a sell, if I would have sold it, because why it was a sell, because the predicted value was 39.65, which was less. So as per this, I should have sold it, but it actually went up. So it gave me a loss of 47 points. Similarly, it gave me a loss of 129 points. So I'm just, based on the prediction, I'm taking the trade, and let's see how the results actually look like on the chart. So let me add the charts now. That will give us better results. So DF is equal to PD. I'm just going to read the NSEI underscore stock underscore ACF PACF dot CSV. Let me just parse the dates. PLT dot figure. Let's make the fig size 10,5 or 10,4. PLT dot plot test underscore data dot closing prices. So that's what I'm plotting, the closing prices. And let me also name it. This is the predicted value. And PLT dot legend. So we've got the original price as well as the predicted price, and font size is equal to 16. I think that should give me the result now. Okay, 1 second, there is some issue somewhere. Fig size equal to, all right, see, this is how the result look like. So as you can see, let me just make it a little bigger, 20,5. right? So if you see now, the orange ones are the predicted price and the blue ones are the original price, and it's actually pretty good. So this is how you can use the ACF and the PACF. Basically what we did was we used the ACF and the PACF. We figured out what is going to be the right parameters for the P and the Q, and then we kept creating models for all the previous data points, and based on that, it was like an iterative process to figure out what is going to be my next day price, and based on that I can buy and sell. So this is a model. You can use it again with other machine learning models also to figure out what is going to be your next data and take a trade based on that. So I hope you understood the concept. You can subscribe to my channel if in case you want to keep getting such videos. Thank you.